Mike West in the morning with Gareth and Renee's Famous Friday.
Our special guest is one of the most talked about people in New Zealand. Possibly one of the most loathed, controversial, extroverted, mysterious, perplexing people at that. He's had 6 top 10 hits in the UK, survived a horrific car accident, and he is the reason Scotsmen don't wear underpants under their kilts because he used all of their tartan. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Daniel Bedingfield.
You know the reason why I'm the most talked about person in New Zealand?
Why?
Because I won't stop talking about myself.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I love it. That's why I love you.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Daniel, I just typed Daniel into Google just to do a bit of research, and your name was the top of the tree, right at the very top. And in fact, you were right on top of Daniel Craig. So I got to say, congratulations, mate. You're more famous than James Bond.
I'm above Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, you beat Harry Potter as well.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. Well done. So how is everything with you, mate? Are you coping with the pressure?
Coping with the pressure. I have the winner in my team.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, well, Jackie's doing very well.
I mean, at no point during the competition did I ever see a performance that blew away Skinny Love, and she's becoming more of a rounded kind of performer and able to perform all kinds of different emotions and feelings and really take us on that journey. So I'm feeling actually pretty damn proud, mostly not because I feel that I've done a good job, mostly because my job here on X Factor was to make sure that these kids didn't get crushed in the machine. So yeah, I feel, a lot of these shows will crush real talent, and I managed to make sure none of my girls got crushed. So I feel like I did a good job.
Will you come back and do it again if you get invited?
I don't know. I'd have to get paid a hell of a lot more.
What about other shows, mate? What about The Voice, for example? Would you like to be a judge on that sort of show?
Honestly, at the moment, it's all about how much money I get for how much work I do, because the work has just taken 6 months of my life this time,
Sure.
And so I'm releasing my music and my album right now. My EP is out on iTunes. It's the #1 pop EP on iTunes right now.
Man, that's brilliant.
And that song is epic too.
#2 album, and then my single's #7 this morning.
I gotta say, I was getting dinner ready last night, and it was just going over and over and over and over in my head. Now this is sort of, what was 2 or 3 days after we heard it on TV, and it's just been going through my head, man. It's an amazing song.
Yeah, it's still in my head right now.
Are you coming to the gigs? There's one in Wellington on the 4th of August at the Opera House. There's one in Auckland on the 1st at the studio.
Wellington will be us.
Wellington, definitely. Yeah. Daniel, I need to ask though, what is with all the tartan?
Oh, Renee!
I just want to know.
No, it's fine, Renee. It's not just tartan. It's like anything bright and kind of with multiple colours in it.
I love the pink pants.
They have to clash somewhere. They have to, you only love the pink pants because you can see everything in it.
Oh, you got me. You got me.
If you want to see everything, Renee, you can watch my new video, Secret Fear, and it's got absolutely everything. I'm completely naked in that one, rolling around in a massive big glass coffin with fire.
What?
I'm YouTubing it right now.
And naked women in there, and last week it won best music video at Amsterdam Film Festival, and we've won 5 film festivals now.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh my
nice
goodness.
job.
Not sounding very humble, am I? I told you I'd talk about myself for hours.
That's all right.
We've got X Factor judge Daniel Bedingfield on the phone. So, Daniel, can we ask you about your love life? Do you have a girlfriend?
I have all kinds of love life. I love trees. I love sheep. Mostly, I just love sheep.
I've been in love with a girl called Renee for a very long time.
What did you mean by that?
Oh yeah, well you've got fondness for exes, don't you?
We weren't quite sure which Renee you're talking about because our wonderful, beautiful single co-host is called Renee, and we thought she's been keeping secrets from us.
That's exactly what it was.
Daniel, I did try to keep our relationship under wraps, but you let it out the bag.
I just forgot some word like pink or rose. Or, I just didn't complete the sentence.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Daniel, I'm going to ask you, and I know being involved in a show like this, there is permission that needs to be given for certain songs to be used. Did you have to give permission to The Voice Australia to use your song? Because I was flicking around
they call me up.
They
send me an email, and then I say, yeah, thank you. I would like to get $50 frickin' Thank you very much.
Daniel, are we allowed to ask you a couple of questions about the accident that happened a few years ago when you were here in New Zealand?
Sure.
Do you have any memory of that accident? Because that was a horrible...
No, I remember, flying through the air, and I remember my neck crunching.
Ooh.
I remember the sound and the feel of that.
Far out. That's scary, because that was up in the Bay of
I remember
Islands.
them screwing those things into my face.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember my dad filming it, and I'm like, Dad, you sadistic beep. Why are you filming it? And he's like, well, you'll want to watch it, won't you? And I was like, good point. Blood pouring out my face. I'm like, my dad is awesome.
So, have you watched the video?
No, my dad lost the tape.
Oh, what?
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Have you done a search on
Something to
YouTube?
be said for having a little wall between you and something as horrific as watching your son's
Yeah, for sure.
face get torn in half.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it
Unbelievable.
actually probably helped him kind of detach a little bit from how difficult it was.
So you've got your new EP coming out. Where did the inspiration for that come from?
It's already out.
Yeah, it's out on iTunes.
So where did the inspiration for that come from?
Okay. There's a lot of different songs on that. Some of them are recorded with quite a bunch of Kiwi icons. There's Joel from Gasoline Cowboy. Let me see, the drummer from Super Groove, half of Golden Horse.
Yeah.
A lot of good Kiwi musicians that I play with.
When does the tour start?
Tour starts, August 1st in Auckland and August 4th in Wellington. And it's a very short tour, it's only 2 dates, but then I'll be coming back in December probably.
But then seeing the amount of energy and the way you threw yourself into the performance on X Factor the other night, 2 gigs,
like
mate,
it?
you'll be bugging.
Oh,
Just
that
2
was
gigs.
an epic performance, Daniel. I loved it.
Oh, thanks, Renee.
Yeah, it was brilliant, mate.
Yeah.
It really was. Hey, Daniel, it's been great talking to you, mate. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you.
And one more thing before you go. What are your thoughts on Benny? Could Benny win this competition?
Benny could definitely win. The thing is, he might be self-sabotaging. It's a big strategy not to win X Factor, to be honest. You don't get as much control. You get a Sony contract, which is pretty awesome.
Sure.
But you also... with that Sony contract, you have to sing certain songs. You have to listen to a record company, which is really incredible for someone like Jackie, because they've got great input, and it might be really difficult for Benny. I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if he wants to win.
Yeah, it's going to be a very exciting final. We're really looking forward to it. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, guys.
Daniel Bedingfield, judge on X Factor New Zealand.
Mike West in the morning with Gareth and Renee's Famous Friday.